Namaste everyone. Like the poem Dust of Snow, in this poem Fire and Ice. This poem is also written by Robert Frost, the same poet. Today we will have the explanation, then a rhyming scheme, and finally the poetic devices. This poem has two stanzas mainly. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. The first stanza, the poet is telling, some say the world will end in fire. He is telling about the opinion. This poem is philosophical. He is talking about the philosophy of the world. So he is telling about the opinion of the person. An opinion of the person when he is talking about he himself is the person who is telling his own opinion. So he says, some say the world will end in fire. And some say in ice. Here before fire and ice is being discussed, we should understand this is a symbolical poem where ice has symbolic meaning and fire has its own symbolic meaning. Fire stands for the human's desire and the ice stand for the hatred, hating each other that we have in this world. So he says that some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So according to the poet, the world will end in the human's desire, or the world will end in the hatred the humans are having for each other. In the next lines, he says, from what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. He says, if we talk about the desire, because the development in this world has its base, and that base is desire. As the desire has been increasing, so the development, so the exploration, so the inventions are taking place day by day. And these all development, these all succeeding paths, these all success are indirectly going to destroy the world. The poet is trying to tell about this. The poet is also trying to tell that if we don't have control on our emotions, on our desires, the day is not so far that we will meet its end. In the last stanza, he says, twice, I think I know enough of hate. So, on one hand, the poet is talking about the fire, which stands for human's desire. He is telling that if the world has to end once, it will end. It will be finished because of the human's desire. Again, he is talking, if the world has to end, then hatred, then ice is also sufficient to destroy the world. Then he says, to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So he is not telling that fire is more important, more devastating, more destructive, more strong, and ice is less. He is telling that as the fire is more strong to destroy the world, so the hatred, so the hating each other, this feeling is also more strong as the fire is. So at last he comes to the conclusion that both fire, it means desire, and the ice, which means hatred, hating each other. Both are enough capable to destroy the world. By telling this, the poet also means that we should not hate each other. We should not have over desires. We should not have long desires. We should not have long lasting desires. We should learn how to be satisfied in less. Otherwise, the nature is going to be destroyed because of our too much explorations and inventions and discoveries. And the day will come when, because of all this further development, the world will meet its end. So this was the explanation part. Now we are coming to the rhyming scheme. So if you see at the last of the every sentences, the fire, ice, desire, fire. In the first stanza, so the rhyming scheme is A, B, A, A. In the second, if you see, twice, hate, ice, great, suffice. So here twice, ice, are BB, hate and great are CC, and again suffice. This is B. So the rhyming scheme is ABA, ABC, BCB. In this way it can be understood. Now we are coming to the poetic devices used in this poem. The first and easy is assonance. In the dust of snow also we have discussed. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds in the same line. So here the line is, I hold with those who favor fire. So O vowel sound in hold and O vowel sound in those. So here we can understand assonance. Number 2, we are coming to the alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound at the start of the two or more closely placed words. So in this alliteration you can see the word is favor, fire. In the fourth line of the first stanza, favor, fire. F and F consonant sound is repeated. Then next is world, will. In the first line, world, will. So W and W is the repetition of the consonant sound. Now we are coming to the anaphora. Number 3. What is the anaphora? The repetition of a word or expression at the start of two or more consequent lines. So if you read the sentence in the first stanza, some say, and again in the second line, some say. So repetition of the words or expression is called anaphora. Next we are coming to the personification. Here if you read the poem properly, you will understand the fire and the ice both are having destructive quality. They can destroy the world. So this behavior is resembling to the behavior of human beings. So there is a personification in this poem where in the use of ice and use of fire. Now we are coming to the last one, enjambment. What is this enjambment? The thought or clause that does not come to an end at a line break, rather it moves over to the next line. So means when the same thought is continued to the other lines also, then it is called enjambment. The example you can see, From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. In this sentence, you can understand there is enjoyment. So I hope you have understood. Thank you.